welcome back to Bobchi's Corner. If you're new here, welcome. We're in Bobchi's kitchen, my kitchen, and today I am going to be canning up some chicken broth, bone broth to be exact. I have a few chicken carcasses in the freezer that I've pulled out, and I'm going to do this in my Instant Pot just to speed it up a little bit, and I would like you to join me. So let's do it. So I went downstairs, I got my 8-quart Instant Pot, and I got my carcasses here. These have been in the freezer for a while. Well, this one's from this past October, that's not too bad. This one's from August. These are primarily rotisseries that I picked up at Costco and I deboned. And I just save the carcass for when I do this. And it's pretty wedged in here. There we go. So let me take this out. Hopefully all three will fit in here. They're still frozen. If all three do not fit in here, I will have to pull up my 6-quart Instant Pot as well and get that one going at the same time. I think it might just work. Might be able to fit everything in here. As long as I can get the cover on, I'm good. Let's test it. Yes, I can get the cover on. So the next thing I'm going to put in here are carrot tops. When I grew my carrots this past summer, I saved all the tops. I washed them, spun them, and froze them. So instead of using my carrots, I'm going to use some of my tops. I'm going to go run this under some hot water. So I'm going to throw some of these greens in here, some of the carrot tops. I'm hoping everything ends up fitting. So far, so good. I'm just going to put these back in the freezer for another time. I have some frozen celery from before. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I really do not like celery. And this is primarily like the only thing that I use it in. I have some dehydrated celery that I've made. Throw that in. I think I'll save this one for something else. My onion peels and my onion ends. This is perfect for this. Oh, I even have celery stalks in here. I'm going to make sure that I do not put the water in above the maximum fill line. I'm going to stay under that. Everything will drop down as it pressure cooks. So let me get my water and get some water in here, and I will be right back. I'm actually using hot tap water to get this to drop down a little bit. And it looks like I'm at my max right now. No, I'm just under my max. So I'm good right now where I am. And I can put some more onion and celery pieces in here. Oh, let's not forget my garlic bulb. stick that in there. And this is what I use my scraps for. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure it's on pressure. I am going to do soup button. I'm going to up it. I'm going to put the timer. I'm going to do this for, because it's frozen, or the carcasses are frozen, I'm going to do this for 4 hours. Oh, duh. You know what I forgot? Apple cider vinegar. Let me go get my apple cider vinegar and get that in here as well. That helps drawing out all the mineral, cancel. That helps draw out all the gelatinous stuff from the bone marrow, from the bones, and so I will go get that. I'm gonna put in, let me shake this up a little bit, get all that goodness all mixed in. I'm gonna put in a 1/4 cup. Don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna put in a 1/4 cup. It's not gonna alter the flavor of the broth at all. You won't even know it's there. There it goes. Okay, now we can get going with this. I know I'm forgetting something. Ugh. This brain of mine, what am I forgetting? Oh, I don't know if I have, I should put some peppercorns. I don't know if I have any. Do I have any? Well, I have some colored ones. I guess that'll work. Red and green. You'd think we're in the Christmas season or something. I'm about 2 weeks too late. We'll use some red and green peppercorns. How's that? There we go. I'm not going to salt this. I will salt this when I'm ready to use it. That's when I will do my salting. Let's try this again. Take 2. Seal soup broth. 4 hours. I'm going to do the pressure on low pressure because I don't want on high pressure. I don't want the gelatin. I don't want the pressure breaking down the gelatin. I want a nice gelatinous broth. And I want to make sure that it doesn't break down and I wasted my entire time doing this for nothing. When it comes up to pressure, it'll be 4 hours, and then I will let it naturally release all the way. And then I will bring you back when this is done and I'm ready to open it. So the Instant Pot has been natural releasing for over an hour. And let's see what we have. All right, so that's done. This smells really good. I'm just going to take these big parts out first and put them in this bowl right here. out of the way. So now that I emptied all this out, I am going to unplug this. I want to put a colander on here and dump this into the colander and just let it drain for a while before I start filling my jars. And I'll be right back with that. Okay, so here's the colander. Actually, I think I'm going to use a different one. Not one that goes so deep into my pot. There, I'll do that one. Don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. What did you want to say, Mikey?
So, I just want to say, in your video, I would say I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Okay, well, anyways, I just make like a new video.
Oh.
I'll just start the video.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Alright.
I think this will do it. Maybe that was a bad idea, what I did. Let's see if this is going to be... I think this may have been a bad idea, but...
A bad video?
No, a bad idea, not a bad video, bud.
Oh,
but at least I drained all the liquid that I could. I lost what I was about to say.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me continue. I did the colander. I drained it. And now I'm going to be filling my jars. And I'll bring you back for that. So, before I continue, all this, I'm going to throw to my chickens. And they will eat what they want and leave behind what they don't. And what they leave behind will be turned into a compost. But there's a lot of chicken meat and stuff in here that they are gonna really enjoy. And it actually still has a little bit of flavor. So it's not completely obliterated. But this will be good for them. They'll love it. They'll have their greens, their protein, and anything else they find in there. So let me continue with this. I'll bring you back when I'm ready to jar. So before I start, I wanted to share with you a little something. I bought these jars at a store local to me and went and did a pickup. And always check your jars when you open them up, because this one apparently, if you look, is damaged. This has a big shatter area. Sometimes they'll have cracks. You know, they'll have cracks in through here, or there'll be a chip on the top. So always make sure you check your jars. You don't want to try and pressure can something that has a crack or something of this type of a damage, because your jar will explode. So I just want to share that with you. I'm always hearing hot liquid, hot jars, hot canner. I agree to the hot canner when you have hot liquid. But over 40 years ago, many moons ago, my mother taught me is you don't have to have hot jars for hot liquid. If you put a metal spoon inside the jar, that will prevent your jar from cracking or breaking while you're pouring hot liquid in there. Why this works, I have no idea, but this is what she used to always do when I watched her do her canning projects growing up. So, metal spoon in the jar, and I'm going to put hot liquid in there, and let's see what happens. I have my tea towel, so I'm going to be straining through the tea towel any little particles. I don't want them in my jar. So let me start with this. Let me see if you can see. And I'm going to put it sideways. I'm actually going to go up to a 1-inch headspace. This is very hot. And I'm going to pour it through my tea towel or flour sack tea towel, whatever they call it. I'm not too sure these days. Okay, there we have it. Because this is only 3 quarts and a pint, so I will be back with my Nesco. And what I want to do now is I want to wipe down my jars with regular white vinegar so that I want to get all the grease off. I can feel it on the edge of the jar. I have to look at my instructions manual to see how many quarts of water I need to put in here. I think it's 2, but let me double check. So my canner calls for 8 cups of hot water. And that's 8 cups. So I am going to set these in. Because I am doing quarts and pints, I have 1 pint, I am going to go according to the quarts, which is 25 minutes. So let me get this set. I'm gonna, there's 2 regulators on my Nesco. This is the 10-pound regulator, and I also have, I believe this is 15. So you use it according to your elevation. My elevation calls for 10. So I'm using the black one, not the green one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on venting. I'm gonna do high pressure. Oh, 25 minutes, and it's the, oh, the lid is, there you go. It told me my lid was not shut. My lid is shut. So making sure I'm venting, high, 25, and start. There we go. And then when it's done venting, it will tell me to close the vent so it goes under pressure. It will tell me when to do that. So as you can see here, it started venting and it has E10. I'm assuming the E stands for exhaust. So exhaust 10 minutes. When this goes down to 0, it will beep and I will shut the vent so that it builds up the pressure. So it just beeped. It's down to E0. So I will lift you up a little bit and I will close the vent. And once it reaches the pressure, my timer will begin. Whatever I programmed in here, I can't remember off the top of my head. I will wait until it cools down. I'm going to wait until the pin drops that's up here. I'll wait until that pin drops before I even attempt to open this thing. So I'll bring you back. So you see it went into off mode all by itself. I will leave it alone and let it come down on its own until the pin drops. Once the pin drops, then I will open it. I will bring you back when it's time to open it back up. Well, I'm back, but it's the next morning. Let's see what we have here. Oh, they're still warm. There we have it. I wanted to jump in here and point out the color of the broth. That color comes from all those onion peels. If I didn't have all those onion peels, that broth would have been a lot lighter in color. This will be highly concentrated, I believe, so I can always add water to it when I use it. So once again, thank you for joining me in Babchi's Corner, in Babchi's kitchen, my kitchen. I hope to see you soon.